morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I was actually a little surprised to see this many people here, but the weather's nice right now. So the bad stuff doesn't happen until later today. I was looking on my phone and it says around 2 o'clock, that's when the rain is supposed to start coming. So this is the Living in Light Church. Thank you for coming. We have somebody in the corner I don't recognize. What is your name, sir?
Danny.
Danny?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome, Danny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So if you have a cell phone, that's still a little high. If you have a cell phone, I would put it on silent. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. Okay, so yeah, we'll put our phones on silence. And in the back, we have some books because we have a library of like 100 books. And so I bring some from time to time. So there's a selection that's there. We charge $100 for you to check it out. We charge $1 for you to check it out, and you can keep it for up to 6 months. So libraries don't do that.
Those astrology book I've never found, that I checked out.
Oh, okay.
It's fantastic.
Really?
I've never seen it before. So,
And it only cost you $1.
oh, it took me $1 every 6 months. Really good.
Okay, thank you. We also have some hot water because you can make tea or coffee out of it, and there's some cocoa in there as well. So feel free to help yourself to that. And we also have bottled water that's in the cooler. So, and from what I understand, we had Valentine's Day not too long ago. And so Lynn and Tim are going to be doing a couple songs today that are related to Valentine's Day. Let us now stand. It's like for the opening hymn, which is going to be In the Garden, 155. In the Garden, 155. Ready?
I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses, and He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of His voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that He gave to me within my heart is ringing. And He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none has ever known. I stay in the garden with Him, though the night around me be falling, but He bids me go through the voice of woe. His voice to me is calling, and He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
And now for the invocation. Infinite Spirit, we come together to brighten our own spiritual lights in your presence. We thank Thee for the opportunities to learn our life lessons for a better understanding of unconditional love. We abide by the laws of nature and recognize their value. We understand the quest for spirituality may not be easy, but it is worthwhile. We thank you for providing a place for us to learn. We thank you for providing companions along the way. Amen. You may now be seated. Thank you. And because we do have someone new here, I should probably explain. On the first Sunday of the service, towards the end of the service, we have spirit messages. But on the third Sunday, we have what we call billet readings. And billet readings is we have slips of paper in the back where you can write down a question that you would like Spirit to answer, fold it once or twice, and then put a unique symbol on the outside that you would recognize. That way, when we do the billets up here and we call up the symbol that's on the piece of paper, then you'll know that that's for you, but it's anonymous. Nobody, not even the readers, can know who the question is coming from. So feel free to fill one out if you would like. Now let's go on to the reading of the principles, which are on the inside cover of your hymnal books. Starting with number 1. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact scientifically proven by the phenomenon of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediumship. I was recently going through a letter that somebody had written at another church objecting to the use of the word infinite intelligence. And he wanted to use the word creative force instead. And he was trying to get the national organization to change it, but they wouldn't. But if you feel compelled to change the words from infinite intelligence to something like creative force, please, if it's truer within your heart, speak those words. We're now going to move to the spiritual healing portion of our service. And Tim will be doing a song, but he stepped out for the moment. So I think I'm going to have Avery step up here. And also Lynn is going to be doing the meditation for today. So, okay?
Okay, it's coming. Looking for another one. You can see where I put it. Are you looking for? Yeah.
So while we're waiting, let us now recite the healing prayer.
Here it is.
Found in the books in the spiritual hymnal. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God.
Tim, would you like to come up and do the first song?
There is a place for the sadness. Hold on to love. There is a season for gladness. Hold on to love. When pain and confusion seem endless, hold on to love. We cultivate healing through kindness. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where hope is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love. When terror and fear overwhelm us, hold on to love. Courage and faith will sustain us. Hold on to love. When violence seeks to destroy us, hold on to love. Our acts of compassion restore us. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where hope is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love. Hold on. Hold on. When hatred is used to divide us, hold on to love. Wisdom and truth reunite us. Hold on to love. When prejudice poses as freedom, hold on to love. Dignity means all are welcome. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where hope is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love where hope is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love. Hold on. Hold on to love.
So now as we join in quiet meditation in the week of Valentine's, which is a special time, I'm reminded of what my late teacher Jessica Madigan, who deeply studied works from around the world on soulmates and brother-sister souls, would say. She said, darling, she worked at MGM, darling, each of us has a soulmate, a twin soul, a companion soul who walks with us through time and space. That person could be a sweetheart, an angel on the other side, a family member, but someone who is our complement. And when we sleep deeply, we are never separated from that special soul. Let's take a deep breath and enjoy in this Valentine's week and month the connection to our closest soul, and to know that we are never separated, though it may seem so. We always can feel and sense deep within our own soul that divine compliment given to us. In all cultures and all ages, it's celebrated, the yin-yang wheel in the East. The creation stories in Sumeria, where souls came into body form made into pairs by the goddess, Plato's work, and on and on. So take a moment now and imagine yourself in the deepest of sleep, floating out of your physical self or meditation state. And just believe that you do have that other. And in a moment of quiet, as you listen to the words in the instrument, let yourself feel that soul, along with your other closest brother, sister souls, and know that you are never alone. Take a moment to experience that now. We know as spiritualists that love doesn't end with physical separation from the outer physical form, that we have a light body, an etheric body, and we continue. The long tradition of spiritualism tells us that love brings those moments of communication, of comfort, of guidance. And take a moment too and think of those whom you love that are on the other side of life, in angelic form now. And send a bit of your love to them and receive their love in this Valentine's period back to your heart. Feel that shower of love like a pink light of love that now surrounds you and surrounds them. And see a strand, a pink or silver thread or golden thread that connects you always. And just allow that to be there and to know, as Edgar Casey said, that the greater part of our days here can be our connection with the spiritual forces that surround us for the good. And that we can be channels of blessings, giving love to those whom we meet. If one felt friendless, the advice was be a friend. Because as we express love and kindness and compassion, we are blessed by being that beautiful flow of the pink light of love. And thank now those who are always with you. Thank those who are with you in deep sleep, those who are with you when needed, and those whom you love. And we thank them because love goes far beyond what we call the grave. Happy Valentine's to everyone. We'll go on to sing in a moment another song connected to the theme of love.
Watching kittens play, relaxing in your company. It's not always this way. dropping incessant worry. We carry through the week. It's simple touch and sharing that we really see. Taking joy where we find it, finding peace where you are. It's rare these days to share after looking near and far. Telling our stories with ease, listening and drawing near, taking time to speak our mind. We have an ear to hear. Kittens sitting in our laps, help us ease our minds. Reflection stills the sounds outside. Its air is quiet and kind. Taking joy where we find it, finding peace where you are. It's rare these days to share after looking near and far. Comfort on a Sunday, watching kittens play, relaxing in your company. It's not always this way. Comfort on a Sunday, watching kittens play, relaxing in your company. Thank you for this day.
And here we are getting our comfort on a Sunday through living in light. Independent Spiritualist Church. Thank you.
And now I would like to give tribute to those who have crossed over. If there are names that I have not said, you may say those silently or out loud if you wish. I will give you all a minute to say them.
Prayers for Megan and Vanessa.
At this time, I'd also like to send healing energies to the children of this earth, emergency responders, doctors and nurses, and as well as those who are also in need. This now concludes the healing service. I believe my healers are have now dismissed themselves, and this now concludes the healing portion of our service. And these healers are free to sit there. Well, they have already sat down, and they are done performing their healing. Some of the healers are trained to become commissioned healers and require a minimum of 3 affidavits as part of their requirements. If you receive a beneficial healing, we ask that you fill out an affidavit for their benefit, which we have available. Thank you very much. We do very much appreciate it. Lynn, I'd love to tell you guys how much I truly love and appreciate you and Tim's music service. It really uplifts our spirits highly. And now I turn it back over to Reverend Bob.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, ditto that for me. Thank you. Also,
Actually, can I say that? Sure. Also, for those of you guys who are interested in checking out more of Lynn's music, Lynn and Tim, you can check them out at YouTube. They have a YouTube page. You can check them out. Lynn,
Right now they're on, it's called Lynn Rogers M.A. There's a lot of songs, and we've been making videos that are beautifully illustrated of these songs.
yeah.
If you need any more help, I can tell you about it after.
Could you send us the email?
I could send it to you, Paul.
Okay.
And so we can get
A copy of how to get on it and to see it.
Okay.
I'll just
Yes.
photograph it and send it to you. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
The joy is in people getting to enjoy it. So the
Yes.
more it expands, the more joy
Yeah.
it is.
So if we go to YouTube, we're gonna go to Lynn Rogers, M.A.
Yeah, and I'll
Okay.
send you a list of the songs, the
Oh,
original
okay.
songs. There's other stuff that we've illustrated them with original art. It's really spiritualist, most of it.
Okay.
We would love for you to
Yes.
enjoy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Well, today we have a special speaker. Gloria will be speaking today on the subject of Reverend Robert Ferguson. And I wanted to say that I lived with Robert Ferguson for a couple of years before he passed on, but he was like a mentor to me. He was instrumental in getting this church going, actually, even from the spirit world. So I got a mediumship message that, hey, you got to get going, you got to do it, you got to open up this church. And then when Reverend Sandy says, I will help you open the church, I took that as the sign that we got to do it now. So it's almost been 2 years now since we inaugurated. Not just yet, not just yet. Not yet. But before we have Gloria come on up here, we're going to sing a hymnal, and that's going to be The Beautiful Isle of Somewhere, which is on page 28 in your hymnal books. 2-8. And this will raise the vibration of everyone. Somewhere the sun is shining, somewhere the songbirds dwell. Hush then my sad repining, God lives and all is well. Somewhere, somewhere, beautiful isle of somewhere, land of the true, where we live anew, beautiful isle of somewhere, somewhere the day is longer, somewhere the task is done, somewhere the heart is stronger, somewhere the burden won. Somewhere, somewhere, beautiful isle of somewhere, land of the true, where we live anew, beautiful isle of somewhere, somewhere the load is lifted, close by an open gate, somewhere the clouds are lifted, somewhere the angels wait, somewhere, somewhere, beautiful isle of somewhere, land of the true, where we live anew, beautiful isle of somewhere. And now I would like to introduce to you Gloria Avila. Thank you.
I think you might need to put the speaker down. When they asked me to talk about Reverend Robert Ferguson. I said, well, I don't know, I'm kind of, then to top it off, my computer went out, lost my good glasses. So here is what I got. Reverend Ferguson was born February 13th, 1932 in Canterbury, Connecticut. He was a professional psychic and spiritualist minister from 1950. He was a founder of the spiritual church, the Aquarium Foundation of San Jose, California. After a heart attack in 1977, he closed this church and continued his lectures and TV experiences, plus giving courses on psychic development. This photo was taken on November 16th of Robert Ferguson. He was giving a speech at a spiritual convention in Los Angeles. Faintly appearing next to Reverend Ferguson is a figure that he later identified as his brother, Walter. Reverend, can you pass that around so they can see? Bob, as I called Reverend Ferguson, said, as he aged, the spirit of Walter became more clearer while his picture began to fade. I took classes with Mr. Ferguson. He had a psychic stream letter, and in this psychic stream letter, he would write about what spiritualism was, and he had a question and answer section. You must know, I have to tell you that Robert Ferguson always called heaven Summerland. So here is one question sent by George from Sri Lanka. If you say every person progresses into the afterlife that I call heaven and you call Summerland, why should we be spiritual while on earth? First, society cannot exist effectively unless it is governed by a moral and ethical code. More importantly, Summerland consists of several planes of existence. Our conduct while in the physical body determines to what plane we gravitate after physical death. And believe me, there are some that you'd rather not see. The wonder of it all is that we are not chained to one plane of existence for eternity. As we repent our mistakes, we are steadily going upward towards God or divine light. One thing I liked about Reverend Ferguson was that he gave training in healing, and I'd like to read a couple of things that I learned about the healing process. Many people err and believe that spiritual healing is a figment from the imagination of the ignorant and unenlightened. But that is all. There never's been a time when there were not verifiable healings of both the mind and body. Spiritual healings have never gone out of favor with those who believe that there is more of this world than what simply meets the eye. It doesn't make any difference as to why you accept it as truth, It's important that you at least accept the possibility that healing can and does occur by power outside of traditional material medicine. Those who receive healings are most often those people who are filled with anger and bitterness. They love people and they love life. They are accepting their illness but unwilling to give it a feeling of finality. They continue to look towards tomorrow. Though it is not a prerequisite, so you don't have to believe in healing. Those who believe in God, a supreme being, or whatever they chose to call, appear to be healed more often than those who do not hold such a belief. Those who believe in guardian angels also seem to hold an edge over those who do not. Who and what are spiritual healers? Spiritual healers are those who possess love and compassion for the suffering of all living creatures. They look upon their prayers for the sick as a spiritual mission and an earthly duty willingly undertaken. As a result of that love, they act as a magnetic link to the divine. At the time they are surrounded with healing energy, which can be transmitted to the unwell either by prayer or by the laying of hands. Well, that's all from the psychic stream. Now I know you guys want to know about studying under Robert Ferguson. And I did study as we always had like 6 people. And the 6 that included Bob Ferguson, his wife Betty, and 4 others. And Bob taught us how to do readings, how to do healings, which I enjoy too. And he made sure we meditated. And then little by little, after 6 months, I think, maybe more, one day I'm meditating in the afternoon, and my guides, who I had already got in contact with, told me very clearly, I heard their voice very clearly, don't tell Bob we are going to play a trick on him. And I thought, what? And then, don't tell Bob we are going to play a trick on him. And I said, whoa, okay, I won't say anything. So that night, we went to Bob's, sat there, and then Bob goes, we're going to do a little seance. And the seance, he says, we're going to turn off the lights. You just quietly sit there, make your minds blank, hold on to the table, put your hands on the table flat. And this is, so here we are, we all close our eyes. Betty had turned off the light, and we closed our eyes, put our hands on the table. All of a sudden, we could feel the table moving. And I says, what's going on? You know, the table's moving. But none of us opened our eyes and stuff. And pretty soon, we heard a click, or I can't express it. It's like not a backfire, but a click of a sound of a loud clicking thing, sound. And Bob tells Betty, turn on the light, please. So Betty goes and turns on the light, and Bob is sitting halfway under the table. And we all look at him, and he says, "I'm sorry, but the spirits were trying to pull away my slippers, and I was fighting them to keep it on, and he ended up halfway under the table." Then that's when I told Bob, "Oh my goodness, my spirits told me this afternoon that they were going to play a trick on you." And sure enough, they did. So, but I was not to tell you. And Bob tells me, "That's right, when they tell you not to say anything, you don't say anything." So, after that, I was more relaxed in the class, and we had several sittings, many sittings in fact. And I know I went under a lot of them. Bob helped me become a medium. And so I'm supposed to be doing something, but I'm not sure what. Bob said I would be doing something, and I'm still waiting, but I'm not sure why. I'm not a great speaker, but at least I try a little bit. Bob Ferguson, him and Betty, I can say, were like my mother and father, spiritual mother and father. And if it weren't for Bob, I don't think I would be alive today. You know, but he helped me through a hard time, and I hope things go better. Now that things are better for me, I know I'm more happy, more stable, and I'm glad to speak about Bob. One thing that Bob always told us, he never believed in reincarnation. And he said that's the reason why his guides had told him that reincarnation didn't exist. But he said it was up to you to see if, to talk with your guides and find out whether some people believe it, some people don't. But it's funny, he was a funny man sometimes, and he gave us a sheet of paper, and I'll read from Reverend Joseph Merle, President of the National Association of Spiritual Churches, Lilydale, New York. Reincarnation. What is reincarnation? A cowboy asked his friend. Well, it starts, as old pal tells him, when your life comes to an end. They wash your neck and comb your hair and clean your fingernails. They stick you in a padded box away from life's troubles. Now the box and you go into a hole that's been dug in the ground, and reincarnation starts. My friend, when they plant you beneath that mound, the clods melt down, as does the box, and you are inside, and that's when you're beginning your transformation ride. And in a while the grass will grow upon the rendered mound, until someday upon that spot a lonely flower is found. And then a horse might wander by and graze upon the flower that once was you and now became your vegetated flower. Well, the flowers that the horse does eat along with his feet makes bone and fat and muscle essential to this deed. But there's a part that he can't use, and so it passes through. And there it lies upon the ground, this thing that once was you. And if by chance it happens, I happen to see this on the ground, I'll stop a while and ponder on this object I have found. And I'll think about reincarnation and life and death and such. And I'll go away concluding, heck, you ain't changed that much. So he gave us this little poem. It made us all laugh. And we did discuss reincarnation. Some of us had what you call kind of loony, I call it loony, thoughts about reincarnation. Some of us didn't believe in reincarnation. Some of us thought it was a genetic thing because we are passed for many grandchildren, and some gene must stay in us. So whatever you believe, that's what Bob would tell us. It's up to you. Just remember that the most important thing that needs to be done in this world is to love each other and respect each other. Thank you.
Thank you.